Hey everybody, how you guys doing today? We got once again we got Bryson Sharpley here in the studio with me to
What's up?
spew his expertise, his movie expertise, and a little bit.
I don't have any movie
You have
expertise.
absolutely the most movie expertise yet. You're the only one here on set, or even on our team, I believe, who has ever written a I don't know what they're called, a screenplay. You've written
I
a screenplay.
guess, yeah.
How many screenplays have you written?
How many?
Yeah,
I don't know.
like
I
countless.
No. I did it once during college and then 3 times for myself.
So 4 screenplays. That's pretty good. All right, that's more screenplays than I have ever looked at my entire life. That's pretty good. Awesome. All right, and what screenplays are these thick, huge, like basically like books, and it says like every single line in a movie, and yeah, it's his passion in life, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. All right, well, what's up, Calais? We got Connor, we got Baylor. What's going on, you guys? All right, I'm gonna start this show a little bit differently, okay? Because I want this to be the show when all is said and done. This is the show. You can come back to this show. You can show everybody. All right, I solved the debate. I'm gonna solve the debate of the GOAT. All right, everyone's always talking about the GOAT, man. And I know the answer, and it's really just annoying to hear everyone talk about the GOAT. And it's like a very, very obvious answer. All right? And I'm like, why don't they just solve it, right? So the GOAT, what the GOAT stands for is greatest oval, no, greatest of all time. That's it right there. But I solved it. All right, greatest of all time. The greatest of all time.
overall athletes time.
To be. The greatest of all time, the GOAT. Who is the GOAT? What's up, Finn Kaufman? Your passion is Klay Thompson. That sounds really weird. He's gonna put a restraining order on you, man. Don't be saying that kind of stuff in public. All right, but we got the greatest of all time conversation, and here's the deal. All right, we go from one acronym to another. All right, and this acronym makes sense. All right, here we go. So this acronym is called SOLID. All right, trust me, because it's a solid acronym. All right, here goes the SOLID acronym. All right, this is my little philosophy, and basically what I'm saying is that we've been arguing it wrong the entire time. It's not who's the greatest, and then you name a bunch of athletes. It's just not. All right, it's not who's the greatest. It's which argument do you want to have, or which argument is the greatest, I guess. All right, because we all know who the answers are. I'm about to split it up into 5 different pieces real quick, and you're gonna know the answers to this. All right, you will know the answer to each of these, and it's not even a debate. None of this will be a debate. It will be like basically fact. All right. So the first argument is this: the S. All right, the S category is this: it's skill. All right, who's the most skilled person in the NBA history? The most skilled, and what skill mean is like who can dribble the best, who can shoot the best, who can like like I don't know, like be athletic the best, who's like a great defender, like all this stuff is like skills, right? And now don't take into account wins. Don't think about wins because that will be taken care of later. Don't think about grit. Don't think about leadership skills. Just regular flat out skills. Like who's the best baller? And we know it's not LeBron James. That's everyone's problem with LeBron James. He's not the most skilled. He's walking the court like this, okay? So it's not skill for him. Right? In terms of all the older guys, I mean, heck, they're not like very skilled either because skill has advanced so far, right? So the answer to this one actually is Kobe Bryant. He's more skilled than Michael Jordan. Curry's the most skilled. I think Curry's up there too. Yeah, I think it goes Kobe, Jordan, Kyrie, and Curry. Like, that's the most skilled, only counting skill. You can't even count Kevin Durant on that list because he's just a scorer, right? Just the skill. Like, is he like fancy, right? But like Jordan didn't have to be fancy. He was kind of bobbling the ball around, like whatever. He wasn't like like that. No, he wasn't like that. Who could out dribble him? Easily Curry could. Oh my God. Who could outshoot him? Well, yeah, they're all better shooters than Jordan. Jordan didn't even shoot threes, right? So it's not his game wasn't about skill. It was about beating you, and about like power, and about like like that kind of stuff, which is better than skill, basically, right? So we're gonna give it to Kobe. So I say it's not really Mike right here. It's gonna be Kobe in this regard. All right, so that's the S. The O is one-on-one ability. People are like, well, I bet you couldn't beat him one-on-one. Bet you can't beat him. It's like, what the heck? Okay, I suppose, but this is not a one-on-one game. All right, this is a 5-on-5 game. All right, let me see if I can fix this real quick. All right, so this is a 5-on-5 game, but nevertheless, it is a good answer, because if you told me that guy over there is the greatest basketball player of all time, the first thing I would say is I'll play him one-on-one. So in that regard, who would win in a game to 7? Well, it wouldn't be a small guard. It just can't be, and it may not even be Kobe. It may not even be Jordan. Straight up, if you had to have someone guard someone else, I would say Shaq. Because like if Shaq were just to back someone down, it's over. But he also couldn't guard the guards. All right? He couldn't guard the guards like Michael Jordan, right? But I think he would have a better chance to guard Michael Jordan than Jordan would have in guarding him. So Shaq is better than both Kobe and Michael Jordan. But better than Shaq might just be LeBron James. But that one can go back and forth. I mean, one-on-one with those two guys, pretty good game, because LeBron James is pretty strong, and then Shaq couldn't keep up to him outside either. So because he's so overall good in terms of everything, I would give it to LeBron here. You don't need skill to win a one-on-one. You need the power. You need a little bit of versatility. So LeBron kind of has it over Shaq there. But that one is the only one I wanted to argue on a little bit, because maybe Shaq could just back him down too. He was so big. Giannis, yeah, I think LeBron's winning that fight too. Over Giannis.
Maybe.
Yeah, but again, we're not really arguing. We're like, I see it, right? No real arguments here. All right, next one is L. L is legacy. All right, legacy is like, what has been your impact on the sport? What will be like? What will people remember you as? Like things like that, like the profound nature of your game. Did it extend past the limits of all of sports? There's only one answer for that, and this is where people get really confused. The only answer for that is, of course, who is it? It's Michael Jordan. Duh. Like, I can't even put anyone else on his level, all right, in terms of, like, the myth that he created. It's like the Nike sign, the freaking, like, Air Jordan sign. Like, the fact that everyone wears his shoes. He is the greatest, like, you want to use the word greatest, but let's use the word, he has the biggest legacy ever. The greatest legacy of all time. It's like Babe Ruth. But if you look at Babe Ruth, like the batter, he was back in the 1920s. That was before black people played. All right? But still, no one can catch Babe Ruth in everyone's minds. But if he was playing today, yeah, we know he wouldn't be great. But it's not about that. It's about legacy, right? So he wins in terms of legacy by a lot. What could LeBron do to catch him? I don't know, like 10 more championships. Space Jam 2 had better reviews. Okay, it's all this stuff that he has like no control over, and it's Michael Jordan. All right, no one is close. Legacy is MJ, of course. All right, and then the next one is I interdimensional. This is the weird one, okay? Because everyone tries to talk about this. They're like, oh, well, if Michael Jordan was today, he would be a three-point shooter because he would magically learn how to shoot because everyone's shooting. That's actually a good argument, because Brook Lopez was not a good shooter before. Then once everyone started shooting, Brook Lopez was like, well, let me practice shooting. Now he's a great shooter. So yeah, Michael Jordan would shoot, but it would take him some time. All right, and like let's say that like Will Chamberlain's not amazing today, but like what if he grew up today? Like he wouldn't be like, unable to dribble the ball, because people today are dribbling the ball. But you don't know that for sure. So my answer for this is actually, where is he? My answer for this is actually, oh, wait. I was going to talk, I'm sorry, about the legacy one. Legacy is the only place where this guy, Bob Cousy, is over James Harden. All right? Bob Cousy, he's most definitely one of the top 75 players. Definitely. Without a doubt. He dominated his day. But come on, that guy beating this guy, that's silly. But we must let it happen if we're going to have a conversation. So that's why legacy's there. But anyways, in terms of interdimensional, it's this guy. All right. Interdimensional means if everyone grew up at the same time period, who would be the best? That's a good conversation to have. If everyone were on even playing field and grew up together, blah, blah, blah. So you have to ask yourself, what would it take to average to average what this guy averaged in terms of points, like 50 a game, something like that. In terms of rebounds, like 27 a game. In terms of like everything he did, he led the league in assists one year. To average that today, what kind of monster would that look like? With today's like vitamins, today's everything like that. And this guy was like enormously strong back then. Could jump high as heck back then, long as hell back then. And it would take someone enormous. So interdimensional, he wins. And this is such a weird conversation to have because it's now we're on terms of interdimensionality. It's like weird. But yes, Wilt Chamberlain. All right. So the question is, who is the hardest working? Don't adapt Bill Russell to today's game, but he's an all-star. LeBron could improve his legacy by sponsoring 50 All-Stars. Muhammad Ali, but times 10. Oh, yes. Muhammad Ali was up there in his day, though, in terms of legacy. So I'm giving it to Wilt Chamberlain right here. And that's pretty much it for that list. Next one is dominance, D. And in my old solid list, D is dominance. Now, you could give it to someone like Shaq because he did dominate. Michael Jordan dominated, right? All right, but in terms of like pure, like, well, it's this guy right here, Bill Russell. He dominated. He won so many championships. Was he 6'7" or 6'8"? Something like that. And like weighed like freaking 180 pounds? Yeah. Could he guard Shaq? No. Heck no. But did he win in his days? More than everyone. He even beat Wilt Chamberlain, who was huge. All right. So this guy was dominating. And if you look at terms of the overall domination, it was this guy. All-time leading scorer until LeBron passed him up, I'm sure. And then he's also like one of the best high school players to ever play, one of the best college players to ever play. He purely dominated over like 2 freaking decades. All right, so like domination is those two guys. But again, Michael Jordan's up there as well. And then this is also a place where you can add Magic and Bird. All right, Magic and Bird, they dominated the era so much. Just those two people. So that's where you add all those guys. Anyways, but going back to my original statement on who the greatest is, it's none of those. It's which one of these matters the most, or it's all of these. Now, if it's none of these, or sorry, if it's one of these, I would say I like skill. I love skill. The one-on-one debate, I don't love that one. Legacy, it's cool, but I don't like it because it depends on like what everyone says about him. In terms of which is interdimensional stuff, that's a neat conversation to have, but Wilt Chamberlain kind of ruins it. But with that said, Wilt Chamberlain would have to grow up today with all our distractions. This dude had sex with over 10,000 women. I think he would have been a little bit like taken back by freaking TikTok and Instagram, right? So he has to grow up in our time too. It's not just like he just gets the easiest parts of our time, like the better training. Nah, he has to grow up with all the stuff in our time, right? And then in terms of domination, that's cool too, but it doesn't take into account different eras. But that's a very good argument. That's my second favorite. But I like skill. So do I put Kobe up top? I would. I don't know. But this is what I go by. The combination of all 5. Who is on the most list? And that answer to me is Michael Jordan. He's on the most list. And LeBron, how many times did I mention his name? Once.
Yeah.
Maybe domination. The domination one. Because he did dominate. He went to so many finals, right? Kobe, he's up there once. Now, because he died, his legacy goes higher, though. Isn't that weird? That's why I don't like the legacy one. So as soon as he died, his legacy went higher. What did he do? It's weird. So that shouldn't really count.
I don't know if it went higher.
It definitely did. Oh my God! In terms of legacy, he's going to be remembered even more now. I don't know. Anyways, so I got that. That's why I say Michael Jordan. But anyone else saying Michael Jordan is probably just being biased, and I got a whole explanation for it. So there you go. This is the episode to come to. If you have any questions about that, ask him in the comment section, dudes. Jamal Murray. Oh, hardest worker, Kobe. Yeah, so I guess he gets there, but I didn't add that to solid because it wouldn't spell anything. It'd be like solid. All right, let's begin this thing real quick, you guys. Since we have open gym, I'm just going to talk about it very, very fast. For open gym, we got 3-on-2, 2-on-1 break, 2-on-2 lateral. For the elementary, we have middle school, We got 3-on-3 cutthroat, 2-on-2 help side, 5-on-5 cutthroat. For high school, we got 2-on-2 diamond, 1-on-1 weak side pin down, and then 5-on-5. We have no games tomorrow, all right, because we only had 3 people, all right, signed up, and then it turns out we had a couple more at the last second after I said that we're not playing, and I'm like, oh my god, really? All right, so sign up early, please, you guys. Sign up early so that we know. But also, it was not just 3 people signed up. We also switched the location to further away, and they switched the time to an hour earlier. So I was like, the combination of that's too much. So if you want to play these games, man, sign up. And there will come a day when we will have too many people. And so really relish these moments where you get to play the entire game, because it won't be that way forever. Not even for the best of you guys, because for the local games we play people evenly. Only for the elite team do we give people like the fair, correct playing time where the best players play. All right. Anyways, that's that. And then let's get to what do you want? Quote of the day or movie of the day?
Quote of the day.
Quote of the day is fine. All right. Nikola Jokic, Chauncey Billups, and Ty Lawson, no bias. Beginning is the first step towards success. All right. If you don't begin, you have no chance to succeed. All right. So again, we talked about the Connor Rush theory. The Connor Rush theory is that there's only one Connor Rush at a time. When I was in California, it was either Emma, or it was Dennis, or it was Derek, or it was like it switched off. It's been like Finn and during the quarantine. It's always one person who's trying their butt off, and it's like focuses so much. And it's maybe because I hype them up, maybe, or it's because everyone else sees that person as like too high to reach, and they're like, whatever. I can't beat Michael Jordan. I can't beat Connor Rush. I won't even try. All right, the first step towards success is just beginning. It's just started off. All right. And we've never had more than one Connor Rush at any point in time. It's crazy. I want 5 Connor Rushes, and they can all have different names. I don't care.
Not just Connor.
Not just Connor. All right. So don't be afraid to begin a long journey. Just do it, okay? Especially if it's a challenge that we do or something like that. All right. And let's get to the. How much time do I have? No, let's go to the movie. Here we go. All right, movie time with Bryson.
All right. Today, 8th grade movie, Tin Cup. It's a golf movie. It's more on the romantic side than what was the last golf movie we saw? Bagger Vance.
Bagger Vance, yes.
Bagger Vance. But looks pretty good. It's about a guy that he used to be a golf,
he used to be a pretty good golfer. Now he's a golf pro, like a person who teaches golf.
Right, he teaches golf, but then he joins what does he join to kind of win the
PGA.
The PGA.
So, yeah, but he was a part of that before, I think.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, no, I thought he was retired.
Yeah, retired. So. He was a PGA guy, then a golf pro, then a PGA guy, and again.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he does it again to kind of win the heart of this girl that he likes.
And
besides that,
basically, it's just like him and this other guy are kind of like rivals, I guess, and like he is all in his mind and stuff like that. But the girl kind of helps him out, hypes him up. And with this scene that you're looking at in the projector, he's actually he was shanking balls, which means he couldn't hit it straight, and it was in his head. And I loved it. I loved the caddy's fix for this. It was really funny. He goes, "Oh my God!" He goes, "You want some help? You want some help?" He goes, "Okay, take all the change out of your left pocket, put it in your right pocket." He goes, "What?" He goes, "Do it or I'm quitting." He's like, "Okay." And he goes, "Turn your hat backwards." He's like, "Oh my God, what?" He turns his hat backwards, and then he goes, "Okay, now do like this." And he goes, "Okay, untie your shoe." He goes, "What?" So he does it, and then all of a sudden he goes, "Okay, this is stupid. I feel stupid." He goes, "Well, hit it or I'm leaving." So he just takes it, and boom, clocks it perfectly. And he goes, "You're a genius." And he goes, "No, you idiot. It's in your head." And he goes, "I took it out of your head." So anyway, this movie is a love story. It is a funny comedy, But it's also a great sports movie. And the end, oh my God, the end is like, I can't tell you because I don't want to get a spoiler alert. I don't want to get that. I don't want to get that. The end is like, it's like, man, like you might cry, like, or at least like be really frustrated. But you're gonna feel what it's like. It's like you feel like an athlete, and you're just like, come on, like that. And it's a very powerful movie. And when I was like a kid, I was like 10. I watched this thing like at least 20 times. All right.
Wait, when did this come out?
It came out like 1993, so I was 12.
Oh.
I think it came out in 1993. Alexa, when did the movie Tin Cup come out?
The film Tin Cup was released on August 16th, 1996.
Oh, I was way off. I was 15. Okay, I was an old man at this point in time. I was pretty old. So I was as old as you high schoolers. But I did watch this movie. So maybe it won't be for the younger ones. What grade was it?
8th grade.
Oh, well, that's why I said that then. So yeah, around the 8th grade, ninth graders, you guys will like this movie a lot.
I mean, it's rated R.
It's rated R? Don't watch it if you're a young kid. My bad. All right. Anyway, let's move on. What do we have here? Connor, is MJP overpaid? Of course he's overpaid. If he gets more playing time, maybe not. I don't know about that guy. What do you think about Michael Porter Jr.?
I like him.
You like him? He's a pretty cocky guy. I like him. He's a fun guy, but he also plays like an idiot. He shoots ill-advised shots, but so did Kobe. Yeah. All right. Thank you very, very much, Bryson Sharpley.
All right. Thank you.
Anyways, we got homework. Rohit, man, you've been killing the homework, murdering the homework, all right, slaughtering the homework.
Is he sending the same one again over and over?
No. He's been shooting, doing pull-up jumpers, step backs, curl shots, quick shots, doing all this stuff, form shots. All right, and he's really, really working on his game. People are gonna be shocked when they see you, man, in like about a month. They're gonna be like, "Wait, what? When did this guy actually get good?" And that's what our program's about, right there. All right, and hopefully you can inspire the dudes who are already good on our team to get better as well. All right, so keep pushing them. And Connor, you try to push Rohit. If you guys can push each other, and then start including those other guys, you guys can have something really, really special. All right, so great job with that. Fantastic job, Rohit. Really, really proud of you, man. All right, picture of the day. Oh, freaking Allen Iverson. He's asking for a job with the 76ers. All right, and they one, he didn't ask for it the real way. He asked for it on TV. Two, they're probably thinking, aren't you the practice guy? Practice. I mean, three, he's a drunk. Four, he's like really undependable. Is that a word? Undependable? Not dependable? Yeah. And five, he had all this money in the bank and he lost it. The only reason he has any money today is because his friend, during the time of his height, was like, "Yo, you need to give me like $1 million of your money, and we need to do this Reebok deal, blah blah blah." And the guy was like, "What? I don't care, man. Whatever, dude. I got this. And he just gave him $1 million. He's like, "Sure, whatever." So the guy took it, invested it with Reebok. Reebok made this whole deal with him where after a certain period of time he would get $800,000 a year. And now he lost all the money. Now that's the only money that he makes. All right, which is a lot of money. But and they asked Reebok, "Do you regret it?" They're like, "Nah, he did everything for us back in the day." All right, so it's crazy that this guy thinks he deserves a job. One, and then two, asked for it on TV. Didn't even ask for it in person. So, but maybe they can give him some kind of gig. But you got to be dependable. Is my point. And I know I said you shouldn't be judged by your past, but people will judge you by your past, and they're only gonna judge you by how dependable you are. So we have a morning rule. They stood up Calais. Andrew did. He couldn't make it because he was sick. And then we've had Blaze do the same thing. And right now, if Connor told me to meet him at 2:30 in the morning, I would be there because I trust him. He's never missed. And again, I don't blame those guys for skipping because they were sick or whatever. I don't. But you can't blame me for siding with this dude, Connor, who's never missed. That's all I'm saying is I believe he'll be there. Maybe he doesn't get sick as often. Maybe something. I don't know. All right. So if you want to be dependable, be dependable. If you're not, it is what it is. People won't trust you. That's just what it is. All right. I get 8, 9. Most people at my school only get 5 to 6 hours of sleep. That's because AI is broke. AI, man, he's not broke. Come January of every year, he's not broke. Okay, I don't know how long that deal lasts though. All right. Anyways, real quick, we got trivia question of the day. Then I'm going with the story of the day, and then we're almost done. The trivia question of the day is NBA player Rick Smits. What country is he from? That's the question. Former NBA player, played for the Indiana Pacers. I want to know which country he's from. For our trivia question for the day, we have Connor leading, Finn Coppin right behind him. All right. What country was former NBA player Rick Smits? He's 7'4". 7'4", huge shot blocker. Played for the Pacers back in the 90s. Also early 2000s, I believe. Took him to the Eastern Conference Finals as well. Great player, enormous. But what country was he from? All right, Rick Smits from the Indiana Pacers. Again, if you were a diehard, you would have already known. And Finn Kaufman already has the answer. It is the Netherlands. All right, the Netherlands. He's a big, huge dude. His last name is Smits, Holland. All right, yes, great job, Finn Kaufman. And then we have the story of the day. Let's watch it real quick and then dissect it. When you're on the court, the highs and lows off the court don't matter. Let them go. Basketball is your escape and your home, lest you be affected and distracted. Use the sport as therapy or to humble yourself, or else it'll all eventually bury you. Good or bad, players should reset their mind once they step onto the court. All right, so it says basically to handle the highs and the lows. All right, the highs and the lows. Right when you get through that door of practice or a game, you forget about it, okay? You leave all that crap outside, all right? Maybe 100 people just ask you for an autograph. All right? Like in Taiwan, I had people running after my taxi, shaking it, asking for autographs. Or they were like trying to kill me. I'm not sure because I didn't let them catch me, okay? But once I got in the gym, I let that stuff go. I didn't let ego get in the way. I've also been super sad some days. Like maybe I did bad on a test in college or like whatever it may be. And once I step on the court, you got to let it go. So you can see it as like therapy almost. Like being on the court is like it's like therapy. You don't carry it with you. When you're in between those lines, you let everything go, and you must if you want to do well. All right, you can't be too high and you can't be too low. You got to just let both go. Got it? That's a good saying right there. I should quote that. Quote me on that. All right. And again, however high you are, however low you are, once you get on the court, you let it go. Got it? And man, you see the people hanging on to stuff. You see the people walking with like a little too much swag. You see the people talking to their parents. All right, during the freaking game. We had this girl named Lana who plays at Texas Tech right now. She used to suck until like she's like this tall girl, but she was like not very good. Actually, the reason why my stepdaughter quit because she couldn't catch a ball. I always hit her in the face, and then she decided and her parents were from she is from Switzerland, and her parents are from there as well. They would talk to her in German, Swiss German, and during the games she would always turn and like listen to them, and always like be rattled because of them. Right? This one game we were at this high school. I forgot what it was called. I'm forgetting my Bay Area-isms now. But we were at this high school, and the high school had all the stands were like a story up. All the stands for the parents were like freaking 20 feet high and far away. So this was the first game she couldn't talk to her parents, and we played against this it was a top 20 8th grade boys team, and we honestly we have a picture of it on our website. 8 girls came to that game, and only 2 boys, and some of the girls were like 2 years younger. And we came out, we were up by like 11 in the beginning. We wound up losing by about like 7. It was crazy, but Lana went off, and it was her first great game with us. And then from there, she started getting better and better, and started coming to our morning workouts and started getting so much better. And that was 8th grade for her. And the reason why is because she couldn't hear her parents. And she said that. She said, I couldn't hear them. And it was fantastic. So for you guys, let that stuff go. The highs and the lows, you let it off. Anyways, that's all that we have for the day. Don't forget that our quote of the day is beginning is the first step toward failure. Don't forget that we don't have those games on Saturday, but we do have the games on Sunday. Show up to Open Gym, and I will show you guys some rebounding stuff. All right, we got some great rebounding drills. Show you guys how to properly do that so we don't keep messing up during the freaking games. So everyone come to this one because this is how I'm gonna explain it. We're gonna do a tough rebounding game. All right, and you guys will be able to box out. So if you ever wanted to box out, this is the time to learn it. All right, we will go over it during workouts, but not as in depth. So here's your chance, okay? Well before our clinic in December where we go over rebounding, now's your chance. Tomorrow, Open Gym, 7 o'clock. Be there or be square. Anyways, you guys, I will talk to y'all later. Don't forget don't forget to bookmark this episode as the solid choice. Okay, SOLID. All right, for the GOAT debate, I solved it. Stop arguing which player is what. Argue which argument is best. Which argument is best? Is it skill? Is it one-on-one? Is it legacy? Is it interdimensional? And is it domination? And then you will have no one arguing with you. They'll be like, you're right. Say, I like the domination one the most. Let's talk that debate. Don't talk the overall debate. That's silly. Unless you do it my way where you say, who's in the most categories. Anyways, you guys. All right, that's my time. Talk to y'all later. Peace.